What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sandals back with another video. Today we're talking about arguably the hottest tag fighter coming in 2026, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. With the new game on the horizon, you know what that means. I got some characters that I want to see, but instead of it being a wish list like I did for Street Fighter, this time it's going to be a mix of characters I want and characters I expect to come to this game. I've seen a lot of people calling this a second coming of Marvel or Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I really hope that that preconceived notion and bias gets dropped by everyone, since this is an Arc System Works game. Capcom has no hands on this. I think this is a good thing because this will allow Marvel to be given yet another fresh look, a fresh take on Marvel as an entire franchise and all the characters in it, just like we just got with Marvel Rivals, which clearly exploded in popularity as well and brought characters to the forefront that otherwise weren't massively popular, like Squirrel Girl, just as an example. So to get straight into it, these are 10 characters that I want or expect to come to Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Starting off with number 10, I got Venom. Venom is a want, not necessarily an expectation, only because I'm not sure if I can say that it's safe to expect Venom. I mean, clearly Venom is popular, you know, as being a part of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the most popular Marvel character there is, so I would say Venom is a pretty safe want, but I can't say that I quite expect Venom. But I do think Venom would be pretty sick under Arc System Works' interpretation of Venom. I like Venom a lot in MVCI. I'm not gonna pretend that I was around or playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 competitively. I'm only 25 years old. I think Arc System Works is very capable of making a very cool rendition of Venom, and that's just one I would like to play. I would like to see it happen, so that's my first want for the game. At number 9, I have Psylocke. Psylocke is an expectation because she is clearly heavily Japanese influenced in every piece of media she's in, despite being a woman from the UK of all places. But it makes a lot of sense for me to expect Psylocke to show up in an Arc System Works game, being a Japanese fighting game, and her being such a heavily Japanese influenced character. She wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 nor Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but she was in previous Marvel fighting games, so I think that her return to fighting games with Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls would be appropriate, and it would be executed pretty well. I think I have faith in Arc System Works to say that. So that makes her number 9, and I think she's pretty much a shoe-in to make it into the roster, whether it's base game or a DLC. And number 8, I have the Wasp. And this is a want/expect because we see in the footage on the initial trailer that there's a Janet Van Dyne building. That's the Wasp's name, and I think that makes her a good safe expectation to make it into the game. But I think I also want her because she'd be a pretty cool flying character in a Arc System Works Air Dasher, so I would expect her to be fast. She'd be, you know, high mobility, and that's a playstyle that I like. I think the Wasp could be executed pretty well by Arc System Works, so yeah, I want and expect her to make it to the game, and I just hope they just pull that off. At number 7, we have Spiral. Spiral is a want. Spiral is a want, exclusively a want. I don't expect this character to make it into the game, but Spiral was in previous Marvel fighting games, such as Marvel vs. Capcom 2, as well as X-Men Children of the Atom, which is where I first played Spiral. I actually had a small story with what made me even like Spiral in the first place, which was that I was at CEO 2021, and there was a man at this X-Men Children of the Atom cabinet, and I walked up to him and was like, yo, I've never seen this game, can I play you? And he's like, sure. So I sit down, I play this guy. I don't even remember his name, but I won the first game just trying to play neutral and learning the special moves on the fly at Spyro, and instantly I just felt like I clicked with the character. I'm not heavily into comics, so I wouldn't have known much of Spyro if I wasn't for X-Men Children of the Atom. So that's definitely the most personal want on this list, and that's just something I hope happens, but no expectations for Spyro. At number 6, I have Thor. Thor is an expectation because Thor shows up in every Marvel game and thing. I mean, Thor is one of the Avengers, right? So I think it's a shoe-in pretty much to make it into the game. So this is pretty much obvious, so I don't really think we got to go much further into why I think Thor could show up, but I think he'd be executed pretty well by Arc System Works as well. Next at number 5, we have the Hulk, and it's the same thing for the Hulk. I think he's pretty much a shoe-in as an Avenger, and being the Incredible Hulk, I mean, who doesn't know the Hulk anywhere in the world, right? So the Hulk is pretty much a shoe-in to make it in as like one of the big bodies of the game, because I don't think he'll be the only one, but definitely it's safe to say he'll be included in the game for sure. So yeah, look forward to the Hulk, I guess. Full expectation. At number 4, I have Luna Snow or the Dazzler, because they kind of fulfill the same thing, being music-based characters, pop stars, you know, singers. So both of them are a want, but I think Dazzler leans towards want/expectation because she's also showing up in the background and the stage in the trailer on like the banner and stuff. But Luna Snow has shown up in Marvel Rivals and greatly increased in popularity, so I feel that that could add to her chances of making it into the Tokon Fighting Souls game, which would be cool to see, you know, how they execute maybe like a Arc System Works sort of Full of Diamond situation where she has ice extending off of her hands and her normals. She skates, so she she'll have a relatively fast run, probably a good air dash, so she'll be decently mobile. But the Dazzler has already been in a sort of fighting game because she's in Marvel Contest of Champions, the mobile fighting game. And in that game, she has a tempo mechanic where as you're inputting, she's landing the moves, if you tap a button, I believe it's a guard button, she gets bonus effects of like light and damage on her attacks. So executing that as well in a anime fighter made by Arc System Works could be just as fun. So they are hand in hand for me as a want, and that's what makes them both number 4. Number 3, Black Panther. I expected Black Panther to be in the game. Black Panther is a mainstay character by now, of course, between the media and games. So just if I fully expect Black Panther, I mean, and expect him to be fast, you know, probably have good mix up, good block pressure, things Black Panther just does when he shows up in the game, like he showed up in Marvel Infinite and did the same thing. And he's probably very high mobility in Marvel Rivals, right? So I can expect the same thing here in the Arc System Works game. So yeah, Black Panther is number 3 and a full expectation. Number 2, Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine is another huge character, especially a missed addition from Marvel Infinite. So being that Disney has acquired the mutants again as of 2019 and they're back showing up in a lot of media, I feel like Wolverine is a shoe-in for the Marvel Tokon game. You wouldn't really want to miss that popular of a character in your roster, and I think he'll be another fast kind of character like Black Panther. I mean, he had a dive kick and you know, he had Berserker Barrage and those kind of things where he's just slashing at you in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So I think it'll be a pretty sick and pretty safe bet to show up in Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. And at number 1, I have Magneto. King Magnus, ruler of Krakoa. Pretty big missed character from the last fighting game of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but he's Magneto, man. Like, you can't really go wrong with Magneto. I think this is definitely a shoe-in character for this roster, so that's my number 1 pick, and I really look forward to seeing how he looks in the game. I think all the designs that Arc System Works had been showing for the characters, like in this trailer, just have been hit after hit after hit. I just don't see them missing when it comes to any of the characters I named or characters that may make it into the game that I didn't even put on this video. So that makes me really excited just in general for the game and to play it. 2 of my mains are already in it, being Spider-Man and Captain America. So I really just need 2 from this list this time around, honestly. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if you're excited for this game or any of the other tag fighters that are coming up next year if you like tag fighters, and let's just, you know, have a discussion down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.